Hey, what's up? My name is Skyler Rossa. I am an independent R&B singer-songwriter. I'm originally from Philadelphia and currently based out of Los Angeles, California.
Skyler Rossa's music is a mix of a lot of things. Like, you can't pinpoint, But most of the time I get like your sprinkles of pop here and there. She's like someone who could like legit, pop. If I could put it that way. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, she has a lot of vibes to her. Like, she's legit my mood, if I could put it in that way. I don't know what my mood is like, but if I were to choose my mood, I would say my mood is Skyler Rossa.
Baby, we should get high.
When it comes to the question, what inspired my sound, I think it's really tough to answer because a lot of different artists and experiences and, times in my life have definitely informed my sound. I can say right now my influences, I love Don Toliver. I think he is a musical genius. He's also a Gemini like myself. I draw a lot of inspiration from him. SZA as well. She's just an awesome songwriter. I love her music. Kehlani, Tinashe, Summer Walker, The Weeknd, Doja Cat. I have a lot of different artists that I listen to and pull inspiration from in the current moment. Growing up, I used to pretty much study every part of my favorite artists' CDs. I used to get them as soon as they would drop. I was really into Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Destiny's Child, and then Beyonce when she started her solo projects. Ashanti, Brandy, all of the R&B and pop vocalists we know and love from the early 2000s and the 90s definitely shaped my vocal styling. I think with my sound today, I like to blend my vocals being on the softer side with more hard-hitting bass type of tracks. I have a background many moons ago of being a hip-hop dancer. I haven't done that in quite a while, but that is also a huge part of my music, is just having some bounce to it. I like the songs to be dance-worthy and make you want to move.
I'll let you take control of me. Want you to take control.
What goes through your mind when you create music? As in, what's that one thing that is always on top of your list when you get in studio? Because what sucked me into your craft is the visuals and how it always feels like you filmed first and recorded after to get your message across. It's like you already have a movie inside your head and you're just making a soundtrack specifically for it. What goes in your head when you make your music?
Thank you so much for recognizing that. Definitely a visual person, a visual creative. Although I definitely don't, I do record the music first and then the visuals second. I think that the visuals come to me pretty quickly as soon as I am recording or have recorded something that I like. I kind of know like what colors I want to go with and, what the mood I want to convey is, or I'm always kind of making like mood boards and vision boards of aesthetics that I like. I'm definitely a very visual creator. The budget does not always match the inspiration, but that is the struggle of being an independent creative for sure. Definitely when I'm in the studio, the thought process I have isn't always something that I can explain. A lot of times I just go with what moves me. I don't necessarily go in with like a thorough plan. I think that's part of being air sign and air sun, air moon. I'm very airy, and I first work with melodies and sounds and see what grabs me, and then usually I'll look and see if I have any notes in my phone of things that I want to talk about, or I'll just go off the cuff and see like what the beats kind of evoke in me. Yeah. I can definitely be a self-critical, self-conscious person, just in general. So when I am making my music and working in the studio, I have to very much isolate myself pretty much and just be in my own space, in my own zone, and just let myself express whatever it is that I'm feeling, even if it sounds stupid or if I don't think I ever want to show it to anybody. My thought process is pretty blank slate, and I just try to go off of instinct. I'll pretty much start all of my songs as reference tracks with like just straight up melodies and like freestyled harmonies and things of that nature, and then I'll kind of go in and put words to it unless there's something I really, really feel strongly that I want to talk about, which is more so rare, but that does happen as well. So I don't have like a very clear-cut answer for that question, but I really appreciate the creative acknowledgement, especially when it comes to the visuals.
I've got some favorites on my side, like Deep with Randy White, Fire and Blue, which is my big three, by the way. Those songs are so far apart from each other looking at them now. What could you say are some personal goals or achievements you've seen yourself tick from the day you started making music?
I love that that's your big three. They're very, very different songs that I made at different times in my life. I mean, challenges with all of those. I've definitely had challenges with, everything that I do, and also, great achievements. Fire was my first time ever kind of being like cocky on a song, and that at the time was super hard. I actually wrote that in quarantine, so I was like, in my jammies, like not at all feeling good about what I was looking like or not doing anything with my time. But, I made a lot of awesome music during that time. So that was an achievement. Blue, I absolutely am obsessed with that song. It's probably one of my favorite songs I've ever written. I am really, really proud of the way that I structured that song. And just the harmonies and the stacks that I put into it are some of the most intricate that I've done yet. And then Deep was more of like a lo-fi, like grungy vibe. That was my first collaboration with a male artist in LA, so that was really cool for me. Just every song is both a challenge and an achievement to me once I get it to the finish line. Some actual concrete goals and achievements that I've seen myself tick off. Fire was my first music video ever. I went really hard on that and spent a lot, but also it was one of the best experiences of my life. We shot that in Joshua Tree, and I had a full production team. I'm definitely not doing it like that anymore. I had rose-colored glasses on when I got to LA, and I was just like, let's do this. I'm going hard. We're spending everything. It's gonna happen. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shoot it myself. But that music video was an amazing achievement for me. Any videos that I've done, I feel really, really proud of. I want to do so many more. If I can find the means to make that happen, I definitely will and want to. Other achievements, being on the radio, that has been really insane to me. I've been on the radio in LA and in Nashville. I've never even been to Nashville, so I find that to be just incredible that they would want to play my music there. Having press, talking in interviews the way that I'm talking in this one, this is just such an honor. It really does not get old to me. I appreciate people wanting to talk to me and learn more about what I do and encourage my process and my progress as an artist. All of these achievements mean so, so much to me.
What's the point in all the if it it's not me, then just say it. We can't just call it a day. I got no respect for no player.
I'd like to take this time to talk about your artworks. It's one of the other things I'm obsessed with, looking at your catalog. I'm not sure if this is because I get to see you play with your looks, but yeah, it's one of the things I'm big on. Who works those? And to start a conversation I've had with my peers, how important is the presentation to you?
I always love to hear that people like my artwork because I definitely put a lot into it. That is entirely me. I do my hair, my makeup, my clothes. I find the photographers, I give them mood boards, I give them direction, I pick the selects. Sometimes I even do the editing myself. I find artists to put the fonts and the writing on it. The presentation is extremely important to me. I actually didn't release for a while because I didn't have the ability, the funds saved to drop the songs the way that I wanted to. I think the visuals are so important, especially now that we're in like this TikTok Reels age. I think video is even more important. It's definitely tough in LA to, get the quality for a budget as an independent artist because there's just so many talented creators out here. But I have been really, really blessed and lucky and fortunate to find people to bring my visions to life without draining me of my resources. I have had so much fun being on a creative set. I think that's one of, besides being in the studio, that's probably my other favorite part of this journey has been being on set, whether that's for videos or photos or, directing graphic design, like the High album art that I got to work with an artist that I have been following on Instagram for years, that I was like, I know I want to do something with this pinup style. How can I make that work? So I have a lot of ideas, and it's super fun to bring them to life, and definitely important for me to have something to look at when you listen to my music. I love to play with my looks, as you mentioned. I know that I'm so annoying saying this, but I am a Gemini, if you guys didn't catch that. So I feel like I have a lot of different personalities and a lot of different aspects of my style that I like to play with. So, it's always really, really dope to see my mood boards and my visions come to life, and even better when I get to share them with other people and it makes an impact.
You recently released 2 beautiful singles, Home and Blue, and I want to know what's the story behind those 2 songs and those records accompanying each other, because I've noticed in the past you've had this setup where you have 2 songs follow each other with somehow the same recurring theme, and sometimes it feels like they're leading to something. So I'm interested in what's the story behind Home and Blue, and how did we get these 2 jams?
Thank you so much for the love on these 2 songs. I worked really hard on both of them. Initially, to be completely honest, this was actually supposed to be part of an EP that I was working on. Blue was track 1, and Home was the final track. So it was kind of like the beginning and ending of a story that I ended up breaking up just because of the nuances of, doing this on my own. But Blue and Home, while they are not really part of the same exact story, they are because they're parts of me and who I am and part of my story. Blue is really much about finding a love that excites you, makes you nervous, makes you want to try again because you've tried so many times and you've just been falling into whatever with the wrong people. But Blue is about, falling in love in an unexpected place and taking the leap and hoping for the best, kind of being like a hopeless romantic. And home is similarly about love, but in addition to loving others, it's really about loving yourself, finding a home in yourself that is safe, and then finding a safe space as a result in others. And I think in order to have blue, you have to have home. I mean, at least that's how I've lived it. Not to get all, emotional, but, I couldn't have my blue, my beautiful, overwhelmingly magical love story if I didn't have home dealing with the traumas that I've experienced and the issues that I've had with self-love. They always say you have to love yourself first, and that's kind of where home comes from.
With that being said, should we get ourselves ready for a Skyler Rossa album?
I think in terms of a Skyler Rossa album, that is a dream, that is a goal, that is something that I really, really want to bring to life in the right way. I'm definitely in an exploratory, experimental phase right now with the music, so that comes first for me always. And once I nail down what that will be, then I can go into the visuals, and then I can go into finding people who will help me bring it to life. I don't know how long it will be. I don't even want to tease it, because I did so much yapping about my second EP, and then I never actually dropped it. So I don't want to catfish anybody. So music will be coming. It will be new. It will be fun and sexy and freeing and amazing, and just stay tuned.